Yo, 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 welcome everybody to TCR Trinity Competitive Racing for the Silver Class, round number 2 for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix here in Italy. Our second week back at Italy for round number 2. And of course, we are in season 13, round 2 of 14 races. Throughout this F1 2021 season, with some great events as well later on planned with the All-Star race at Azerbaijan. But for right now, we are on a new but old track, our first time racing Emilia in the stat book for TCR. Obviously, it's an old school circuit, lots of gravel traps, easy to run off in a lot of areas. So it'll be exciting to race at this track for the first time. We have 19 drivers from the silver class here tonight, and we are live on both the YouTube and Twitch, so I want to welcome everybody into the stream, and we encourage you to watch on the platform that you prefer, as we see a mistake here from Sir Charles riding on board. So yeah, we're live on the YouTube and Twitch, and we are only 3 subscribers away on YouTube to 400 subscribers, so that would be awesome if we can get the opportunity to reach that number tonight. If not, hopefully by the end of the Imola stint here in this week. I am Seafreeze. I'll be taking you through the proceedings tonight in this race, and alongside me, my co-captain, your Platinum class driver, Captain Blade. How are you, and what are we expecting here at Imola, first time round in TCR?
Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting night here of TCR as we're moving to the Emilia Romagna for silver. And I don't know what to expect, you know, I mean, this is a new track. A lot of drivers, even though this track is, let's say, like you said, it's an old track, it's also kind of new, as a lot of drivers haven't really driven around here, so so very difficult for some drivers, as they don't have a lot of laps, I guess you can say, in this track. But I mean, if I'm judging from last week's race, then it should be another great race. As we remember, back in Monza, Tibau got he got a grand slam, but a lot of action packed throughout the field. Yeah, we'll see what the drivers can get here. A couple on the 4 drivers on the medium, so people think that the mediums are faster now. I haven't really checked up on my memory for the strategy, so I couldn't tell you what the strategy will be. So we will see what the drivers think the strategy will be.
Awesome. And yeah, we have not gotten word yet from any of the drivers that we usually do around this time for any weather, so I'm assuming it's probably dry. When it is wet, they like to say it. So it does, maybe hopefully it's dry. But you know what, I wouldn't mind a wet race, although I will say from practice myself, this is a difficult track, very easy to go off. There's a lot of those yellow curbs, those little Max Verstappen likes to call them trampolines. The little trampoline curbs, they are really just that. Let me tell you, the amount of times I've broken ankle on a trampoline over here is quite significant, especially here through Acqua Minerale with the Monkey and Mafia, I think reserving in silver class, representing Drink Alchemy, which brings us to the next point. Our affiliate sponsors, affiliate partners, I should say, for season 13. First up, we have Fanatec for our products and wheels, all that racing gear. We have the affiliation link down in the description below if anyone is looking for some new equipment for season 13 or beyond. You can use that link and it will help TCR in the process. As well, a new partner is Drink Alchemy. Those are the guys with clean energy, more of nootropic energy drinks. They're also the guys that hosted the battlegrounds that TCR competed in, and you'll start to see a few drivers with their tag, as a few have tonight, Monkey Mafia and Got Palmer. So yeah, we have the link in the description below to use code TCR at checkout. You save 10% on your purchase, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, thank you everyone for coming in. Oh, what do we got? We got a spin here. Oh!
In turn 1. That's in turn 2.
Alright, let's see if we get on board with one of the Alpines, if I can scroll quick enough. Oh, there he is on the right. There he is. So he was able to do a 17.8, which isn't really good. I'm just going to be honest. So that probably would put him last if everyone else can get a decent lap on the board. It looks like everyone turned back to the soft tire, which I think is going to be more the strategy to go for. I think you want track position here. I think you want to start on the soft tire, and you want to start as high as possible. Thibault in the Ferrari, debut driver from last week, along with many other drivers. We have a lot of new drivers for the first time in TCR, their first seasons, and there's also a lot of people who have been returning, so it's going to be a nice mixture of the two. But this guy here in the Ferrari, the Thibault, I guess, or you know what? There was someone saying how I should say it, and it didn't really look like it. I'm gonna have to look that up in a minute. Let me know if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I 100% am. Just I need to know how to actually pronounce it. Someone put in the comments last week, and I'm like, no, I don't understand. But yeah, sure. He came out and he did a grand slam, like Captain said earlier on. He did the pole position. I believe he had the fast lap and the race win. This guy is pretty quick, and you know, he looking for someone to challenge him, possibly one of the McLarens, either Charles or Blin. Maybe Camden is also quite quick. We'll see if anyone can beat the Ferrari. If he does win today, that'd be 2 races at the home track here at Italy. I don't know which one's closer. Will it be Monza or Emilia? But that would be pretty cool to win both Italian races in the Ferrari.
Emilia is closer to the Ferrari. It's closer to the Ferrari headquarters, I believe so.
That would make a lot of sense because Monza's been around a little bit longer. They've done more races at Monza. Ryan XF1 in the Alpine was good enough for P2. That's a 15.3. I suspect we should get into the 14s for a decent, quite quick lap. I think later on in the Platinum class, later on in the week, I think we'll get down to mid to low 14s, possibly even a 13 if you were to nail the entirety of it. But right now, silver class drivers into the 115s quite solidly, as Big Rye goes P2, so double Ferrari at the moment. And where are the McLarens? Blin went P8, Charles to the line, P1 for Sir Charles in the McLaren, just in time, a few hundredths past the Ferrari. Oh, Danny in the comments says it's pronounced Tebow. Okay. I am not no English major, but I don't know how you get that from that. But my apologies. I'll try to remember. It's Tebow.
Palmer goes even faster.
Yeah, 14.7. Yeah, it's the first driver to do so at this time.
That is a really nice lap. That could probably get you into almost the midfield in Platinum class, I believe.
Yeah, last week, I mean, it was close at Monza, the qualifying between the Platinum class. I think we had 20 or 19, I think we had 20 drivers for it, and I think the top, like, 14 was like...
was within half a second, and
it was crazy, yeah.
All the way down to P17 was within a second.
Yeah, I mean, that's super, you know, very, very close at that stage. A lot of people in the pits right now. We'll see if anyone else is on a lap. Doesn't, maybe Broom Handle here. And the AlphaTauri through the chicane nicely. He hits it right on the marks, within the limits. And let's see.
Debo sets a purple setter one, so the lap here. Ooh, and it's Ferrari of McSwing spins it on the exit of turn 10 there. Very tricky very easy to spin in there.
Yeah, a few corners. If you don't have the right setup or a right approach to the corner, you could definitely have yourself a spin. Broom Handle good enough for P3, and Tebow coming around the last corner looks to improve to pole position. Yes, it is a 14.5. Wow, so he extends it by 0.2 over Gott Palmer.
Wow. That is almost as quick as my time trial lap. I mean, I'll be honest, that lap is when it first, the track first came out. I believe at that time it put me in I think it's like 600 something. Obviously now I'm like way knocked out of the, I don't even think I'm in the top 1,000. Or even 2,000.
I'm not even placed, so I don't really care if I tell you the truth. Let's go on board Chibar. We had a lot of people chanting his name last week. It was great to see. I think he did have a wreck, unfortunately, but he's back here in the Alpine, and he is on a flyer. So let's see if Chibar can get himself back up towards the upper half.
Half second down and sector 1, so he's gonna have to make up quite a bit of time here in sector 2 and 3. Monkey Mafia has retired. So he thinks that's done for him.
Hey, Chabar's right, pretty much close with his time, but yeah, I don't see a big improvement here.
I mean, he could just come into the pits right now and then just go out for another lap, but seems like he's going to continue with this. He might have enough for. It's like he can't really see his feel on his steering. Nope, never mind. He's backing out, so that is probably going to be.
Yeah, that.
Qualifying.
Yeah, we got at Rafa Hulk ready to go here. Returning driver from Silver Class. I believe he was a race winner in last season. Let me get the correct number on that. But Rafa Hulk in the Haas.
I believe he was a 3-time podium, not a winner. So Charles goes up into P3 now.
Rafa Hulk, 2-time race winner last season, so he's bringing some experience to the Haas team. That poor car.
Like, kind of unlike the real F1, huh? Anyways, Rafa Hulk has pretty much matched his time in sector 1 with only being 25 hundredths of a second down. See what he can improve here in sector 2 and 3. Uses most of the track there out of the exit of turn 8. Coming into this tricky right-hander. Make sure to get the power right coming into the into the chicane. Keep it on the line. Get a great exit through here. It's a bit of an oversteer there and a bit careful on the exit, but keeps it pretty good for the most part coming into the last 2 corners here. Turn 13 and 14 and 15. Sorry about that. Coming into the exit, pretty good exit there. Most of the track use as you can use into the line is going to be a 15-1. It's P8.
Blinn was on the lap, but he had to avoid it and the tricky sequence there. The back end stepped out of him. But Sir Charles is on a flyer here, just beginning in turns 1, 2, and 3. A tough sequence. You want to get in the throttle as early as you can and it looks like Charles went a little deep into the grass. I don't think that's going to be the preferred lap, but he's going to stick with it, see if he could get anything else in the remainder of it, maybe push the issue in a few corners to just maybe pimp P2 possibly. He's only 3/10 behind.
Here who's going into a lap here, so we'll have Thibault here take us through a lap and talk you through here, coming into turn 1. Very easy to go kind of on the curves, as you need to just go on the curves down into 4th, great on the exit up to 5th. Careful here on that curve, could mess up your car. Into the 2nd chicane, 4th and 5th, pretty much flat out through the entire part of it, into the 2nd corner, down into the hairpin of turn 6, great on the exit, uses most of the track, didn't get to see what time he was. He is having a bit of a dirty air from the driver in front, down into the turn 8, uses a bit of a mistake here, now into the double right-hander. Very tricky here on the exit of it. He gets it correctly right as Palmer goes into P1 with a 14.4 down into the last chicane. Very well through it. And he gets a great exit through there. Thinks he might have done it better than his last time around. Can he improve and beat Palmer into P1? Down into the last 2 corners. Doesn't lock up. Big right. His teammates puts it into P1 now. Coming into, oh my god, this is exciting. Gets a great exit through here. What is the time going to be for Thibault? Can he get a second? No, he cannot. Stays P4.
And look at the
P3.
Look how close it is between the top 3 too, all within the same 10th. So it's
god,
pretty interesting that they all were able to get to the same point at the end of the qualifying, and that will do it. So it looks like Big Rye is going to get the other half of the Ferrari team. Will it get the pole position? Another new driver within the league. It's nice to see this speed up here. So Sir Charles is the highest driver from last season. He was the champion, and he's also the front runner here as far as previous racers. But yeah, Big Rye is going to be getting the pole position. Got Palmer on 2nd. Thibault will start 3rd alongside Sir Charles. We got Hot Boy in 5th, Broomhandle, Camden, Ryan, Rafa Hulk in 9th, and C. Roz, your top 10. Blinn, most notably not into the top 10, and that is going to hurt his race, starting more in the middle of the pack.
Now, I would say Blinn does get that kind of a strategic pole position, even though P11 is that pole position you want to be if you're 2nd pole position. But so we'll see what Blinn does. From my past experience here, it's pretty tricky track to overtake, as there's really your biggest chance at overtaking is down into turn 1 with that long DRS straight. Down into, if you can follow up through the both chicanes into the hairpin of turn 6, you can make another overtake there. But you know, it's pretty tricky track to overtake, I must say, with only 1 DRS. But coming into here, Monza, both Ferraris can pretty much say they've dominated our home country. Two races and 2 pole positions from both drivers.
Alright, drivers loading in their setups and race strategies, race fuel, and all that good stuff. I just want to say a huge thanks for all the comments rolling in and all the viewers. We are very close to the 400 subscriber mark. If you are not subscribed yet, hopefully we change your mind by the end of this thing. If we can get to our 400 by the end of the night, would be awesome. Would be really cool. If not, we'll get it. We don't want to rush things here. We do things accordingly. With that being said, it is now time to start the predictions for the race. Me and my co-captain here, Captain Blade, I suppose we're doing a little tally as far as predictions.
Yeah.
So Captain Blade is up 2. I have 1 point. I guess we're getting 1 point for the top 3. Is that even? 1 point for each prediction correct? So So you got the lead. I'm gonna give you the first choice today. Give me your top 3, Captain, as well as all the viewers. Type them in the comments as well.
All right. I am going to say, Tebow P1. I want to say, oh man, I don't know. It's pretty close in this field. Sir Charles P2 and Big Right P3.
All right. So what did you go with? Tebow, Charles, and who P3?
Big Right.
Big Right. Okay. So I will choose. I like to go crazy with my predictions. Maybe we'll see how far that gets me in this season. I'm gonna go Camden Luca for the win for P1. P2 Sir Charles, and P3 is going to be Rafa Hulk.
Oh man, you're going absolutely crazy here. No wonder why you're losing already.
It's going to be a long season, folks. But I promise you, by the end of it, we will have this whole commentary gig under control. But for now, we're still learning. Or I'm not learning. You're learning. I think I've done a few of these before, but we'll see if it all comes back to me. So we got some predictions down below. Jonesy with Charles, Tebow Blinn. We got some Charles, Tebow Palmer, Tebow, Rye Guy Camden. Alright, I like these predictions here. There's your AWS prediction strategy. You don't want to follow that. It's going to be a soft medium. We have an Aston Martin spun around. I don't know. I don't know if that's Sebastian Vettel or is that D. Gabri?
Yeah, D. Gabri. Last time this worked beautifully. If you can leave the lobby and join right back, should be good. Hopefully you're listening. Last time that it happened, was it with Aston Martin? I think it was too, right?
Yeah, I mean it could be. Oh, he's moving around too. Yeah, no, this isn't.
That's just AI taking control.
Yeah, it might. We might. Oh, all right. It should fix itself out. So we are here for the silver class round number 2 for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix here in Italy for the second time in Italy, and we should see the load up here in just a moment. Like I said earlier, we don't like to rush things. We want to make sure we got them right. Just waiting we're just waiting on race control for this one. You know, whenever they're ready, they can go. We have all night. We can wait.
We got Gabri here decides to do a second formation lap. Doesn't think his tires and brakes are warmed up exactly yet, so watch out for him. Hopefully he doesn't do Lewis Hamilton without overheating.
Honestly, it would be a great question if he did an extra lap on the formation lap. Does his fuel go down? Will he have an extra one less lap of fuel? Because I know in real life, sometimes when they'll extend the formation lap by 1, you know, because something wasn't right, and then they decrease the lap by 1 as well. So I don't know. Maybe we don't get that here. Oh, here we go. We're getting something.
So half a lap for Gabri to get his tires.
Bam Bam liked that joke. Thanks, Bam Bam. I'm trying over here.
Some of the engine too, you know, make sure it's warmed up and everything. Anyways, we're waiting for the lobby here to.
All right. And away we go for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Big Rai gets a good start off of the jump. We have a wreck in the back. That's a Haas and an Alfa Romeo. And there's a huge wreck in the back of it. That's going to be VSC to start. I will be surprised if it's going to turn a real safety car. Yes, it is. So there could have been some glitches in the back with that AI car, maybe. What's going on back here, Captain? What do we see?
Man. The safety car, just decided that he wanted to kick Mina off the track even more. Man.
So did the safety car hit him like, so he pulled a sequit?
Yeah, bowling, yeah, pulled a sequit. Oh
man, so we have Amina, Omega, and Mako, both Alfa Romeos, out of this race. We have a Haas with no wing. Don't worry, we're going to put the car back together. Everything's going to be all right. We're going to get you back in the lead lap, and you didn't lose anything. I believe that was a year ago at Emilia, if I'm not mistaken. Michael Schumacher, was it Mick Schumacher? Mick Schumacher's engineer is the sweetest guy as far as engineers. They go together quite well. But Rafa, we're going to put the car back together, and you're going to get back into this race. We need you because you're my pick. Mick Swim. Let's see where Mick Swim is. He's got, anyone else got damage? We see Charles pitting.
Who's Charles pits? Oh, that's not good. What's going on?
Oh.
What is going on here?
He might have had a
penalty.
Yeah, he might have had a 5-second.
And he's still there.
No, here we go. Camden also decides to pit. McSwim and Al both have some penalties, probably from some contact. Rafa Hulk left the session, but he should definitely try to get back in. I don't know, Captain, if you can send him an invite.
Yeah.
We'll try to get him back into this race. You definitely don't want anyone leaving now. You just got a safety car. And it does seem like safety cars are very often in this game. But I mean, for that crash, you would also argue is worthy of a safety car. So it kind of goes hand in hand. If there's a big wreck, there'll be a safety car, and I think I kind of like that certainty. Previous games, they wouldn't even bring a safety car out for like that crash in particular. So
this is the second time there's been a crash off the line. I wonder if there was another driver who just didn't launch off in the grid. I believe last time around in Monza, it was Camden who stalled on the grid. I think Rafa Hulk is back. I'm not sure. I can't send an invite since he's already joined. So hopefully he's in. Doesn't look like it. Nope. That looks like some AI steering.
I just want to take a minute. Is there just if anyone's watching, if anyone's out there, how's the audio between me and my co-captain here? Is it all right? Let me know if anything's good, or if you want a different viewing on the screen, I can do that for you. Looks like we'll do another lap here in the safety car. There's not much to comment on besides that big wreck that we kind of saw the Haas of Rafa Hulk kind of get turned by one of the Alfa Romeos, I do believe, and Emilia in the Red Bull possibly got held up with the safety car. But by the end of this lap, we should be back green and rolling, both Ferraris up in front. Charles went on to the mediums, so he can get to the end of the race if it lasts. That would be the question. Does it? Will it last?
No. Not at all. He's going to have to make another pit stop, and if he does make a last, he's going to be insane. He might even be into plunger territory. No, I don't think he could make a last.
You know, I said this last week as well at Monza. You know, when drivers might be nervous on the first lap, a lot can happen on the first lap, and then you go through one corner, 2-3 corners, and there's a safety car. It kind of calms your nerves a little down. Hopefully, they remember how to race, and they get back into a rhythm to where they can put some nice, decent laps together. There's only the one DRS zone, which also we forgot to mention. The only real overtake opportunity is going to be down to turn 1 with the slipstream and battery and DRS when that eventually does get enabled. Everywhere else is quite difficult unless mistakes arise, but Big Rye is going to wait for the safety car to come in, and he will get this race back going. He's representing number 20. And he's going to do the crawl to the line, and he decides to go now. We are back green, all single file. Tebow is going to have to stick behind Big Rye for the moment. See further back down the field. Oh, Palmer. Or was that Palmer? No, the Mercedes Hot Boy missed the apex tremendously. And that's going to open the door for Syrah and Broom Handle. Syrah gets a position there. Blinn very close behind.
Of Al into the second chicane, and he gets the move done. So Charles already looking up a couple positions there. There was still a bit of a battle going here into the hairpin. Camden Luca and Rafael going side by side. There's 3 wide now with.
Oh.
There's 2 wide. And Rafael gets both positions there. I think Al has a bit of damage there. Sure, that he seems to be pretty understeery there through the corners.
And we'll go back up to the front, more towards the front, on board with Syrah and P5. Top 5 all within that second. Broomhandle very close behind in the AlphaTauri. You definitely want to keep within the DRS. That's going to really help you in the progression of this race if it does decide to stay green. And with that, we have McSwim with a spin off the last corner and De Gabri disconnection, but it's going to stay green here. Thibaut gets P1 from his teammate, so he is now he's got that track position and that clean air, crucially.
Yeah, it seems to be pretty close so far, and just following behind each other. A bit of a battle. There was a bit of a battle going on there, quite a bit for P11 to P15 now. Very good battle. So Charles was the big winner out of that, and Rafael was still right behind him on the soft tires. So he's really going to try and be on the attack here. Onto Charles and try to get a move if he can.
Ryan XF1 close to Blinn Machine is the closest so far. DRS enabled, but I don't think it's open yet because the detection zone is going to try to go around the outside of Blinn. Never was going to work. Blinn covered that off nicely in P7. But next lap is going to be the crucial one, or at the end of this lap, starting the next. The drivers will have the DRS, and Thibaut is just about over that second. If he can get to that detection zone, he can try to work a gap out in front to secure another victory if this all goes to his liking. Oh, we got Chibar spun around. Alcamirale and Alpine. No damage, I don't think. Just I think the back end just got loose. That's one of those corners. It's very easy to go around.
Yeah, DRS in me with this lap.
Syrah and Hot Boy.
Every single part of his DRS.
Yeah, Ryan's all the way out. How are you going to get to the end, bud? You got nothing left. You cleared the tank. You might want to stop using it. Yeah, Blinn's got a lot more. Syrah's into the gravel.
Those curves, man. I think those Verstappen curves, like you called it. They just make you not cut the corner. Oh, and there it goes again. His tires were too high and locks up the rear.
Oh, here, nice view from here. Ryan and Blinn Machine. Blinn Machine's going to get the inside. Oh, Ryan had to let off a ton. Monkey Mafia almost saw and met the back end of Ryan. Might want to consider shaking hands first. You can see the lights still blinking out of the Ryan XF1. That means he's under 10%. So let's see if he can... Oh, Blinn hits the gravel in the exit. That's going to promote Ryan possibly now with a better run. And with
coming up to the front is Palmer, who makes the overtake on Big Right here. And back down to the back, Ryan does get the overtake here on Blinn. Wow. Two battles at the same time.
Yeah, no, we just was able to catch both of them, so yeah, that's all good. Yeah, but Ryan gets P6. Blinn looks like he's struggling through these corners, making small little errors, trying to get into the nice rhythm that we've been talking about. It's very hard to do that at a track like this. Oh, Monkey Mafia goes deep, rides those trampoline curbs. And he's losing a little bit more over Blinn. Looks like also McSwim DNF'd. I don't know if he did that in the pit lane after his spin. But we're down 4 drivers. And the back end of Blinn through turns 2 and 3 is really coming around on him. These tires are starting to wear a little bit. Could be the setup as well. There's a huge difference between a time trial, 1 lap shootout setup compared to let me put 33 laps on board setup. Let's check through this corner. A lot of load on the rear. You'll get a lot of tire wear if you're not steady. Hot Boy in the Mercedes very close to broom handle for 4th. Let's see if he can get some DRS assistance. What the heck? Oh, we got some wings flying. Whoa. There's some debris on the track. Nonetheless, Hot Boy gets into P4. I thought it was a bird. Big Rye gets Palmer. Looks like he has a mistake. Oh, that's the wing. He's got no wing. That makes a lot of sense. How'd he lose his wing?
Oh, man. Ooh. And Blinn gets very close to Palmer's rear there. Thought he was going to crash there for a second.
Oh.
But Palmer manages to get out of the way very nicely here. So no harm done.
Oh. Camden had a Dodge, an Aston Martin there. Yeah, I knew I saw a wing. I 100% saw a wing, but I'm just trying to figure out how he lost his wing, unless there was contact between him and the Ferrari. Unless it looks like De Gabri and the Aston Martin also has a disconnect here. If you are listening to the stream and you can't try to get back in and retire the car in the pit lane. If not, we're just going to have that car going around.
This reminds me of Platinum with Paradis. Messed up my race, but also made it back up with Ipovico crashing in Parabolica.
We got Rafa Hulk on Monkey Mafia and Blinn Machine. Double overtake from Rafa Hulk around the outside. Nice move from the Haas. I'd love to see his point of view from that. He got a great run down to turn 1. And you also see it back in the picture. You got Sir Charles coming back in. You remember he made that pit stop earlier on. The first guy to put those mediums on. He's now caught up to this train. His teammate 2 positions above.
Yeah, now that he's in the train, he's 1 position above. But, well, I was gonna say, Now that Sir Charles is on the medium from lap 1, he basically started on the race on the medium tires. So he will be able, so he will have to stop for soft or mediums again, which I don't think he will, but right now I think honestly if it keeps going well, Sir Charles is possibly on a great strategy here. You know? As if safety car comes in, he can go in soft or mediums depending when it comes out, and he can still go on the soft and be in the fastest tire at the end of the race.
Monkey Mafia on Blue Machine. Down to turn 1. Oh, hits the inside. And he's around. Monkey Mafia. Good job getting back on track. Yeah.
This puts both McLarens together.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong with that. Just a little bit of hard racing, a little racing incident there. I do believe Monkey Mafia didn't really have that corner. He stuck his nose where Blend Machine still had a full, probably half a car length still ahead. And when you're that inside car at such a acute angle, it's very easy for that car to spin around, especially in these games. A little bit of side pod touching doesn't always do good. Sir Charles makes a mistake here. Had to cut the chicane, and he's backing off. He actually loses a spot to Camden.
Good lift there, I would say. So, I think he thought that it wasn't fair to floor it out of there, so he just lifted there and let Camden go.
And
might be for some DRS here.
Yeah, it could also be, yeah. I mean, well, I don't think he did it on purpose.
Well,
we do have some drivers pitting, though. So that we have Big Rye. He was in P2 pitting. Blend Machine pitted. So if Charles wants to pit, it's going to be this lap. You don't want to double stack, although he's on the medium, so he's going to go a little longer. Try maybe hope for a safety car. But you look at the gap from Tebow to Sir Charles. You know, that's 14 seconds is quite big. We'll see how this race plays out. Ryan on broom handle. They're just coming out of the pits, 5th and 6th. Hot Boy's right behind. And crucially, Blinn, he's behind some traffic here. He's behind Al on the Red Bull on 12-lap-old soft tires. Maybe he'll try down the inside.
Big Ray is going for that undercut on his own teammate. And he timed it perfectly as he's in free air. He won't have any trouble for that pit stop as his teammate is into the pits now. I must say it is a very long pit here in Emilia. See where his teammate Big Ray comes from. He's coming into the last two turns. Tebow is already.
He's gonna get it clear.
Yeah, he's going to definitely get it. I couldn't see the time that it was before he pitted, so could have made it time. Could have lost some.
Well, you know what? It was around 8 seconds, so now it's around 5. So that was a 3-second, maybe 4-second gain from Big Rye to Tebow. So I mean, you definitely take that and you move on to the next stint of the race. See if anything plays out. Although, you know, Big Rye's trying to get a podium himself. He's also trying to win the race, but, you know, you have to build off some good results. Let's see where he finished last week. He DNF'd, so at Monza. So, yeah, he needs to get a few points here.
He was up into P4 until he crashed out, so he's finding himself in the same position here, so hopefully you can, I mean, you can only go up from here, right? So isn't really bad track, just people following in the DRS train of others.
Charles getting really close to Camden. Sets up a move nicely, but it's going to be hard to overtake in turns 4 and 5. Possibly into the hairpin. He's going to let Camden go. Back in the pack, we got Raph Hulk on Hot Boy. And he was able to get the position. That was quite big of a gap. I don't know what happened. DeGabri's getting out of the way. I think that might actually be him now. I got Monkey Mafia in the back, close to Palmer.
Charles with DRS here, and a bit of overtake. It seems like he's lining up to make a move on Camden Luca, and he makes that move way before the turn one. So Sir Charles now on those medium tires can try and make a gap to Tebow. And I must say, if Sir Charles can bring those tires to the end of the race without puncher, he could very well maybe win if he can hold up Tebow. As we said, it's quite difficult here to overtake in this track without that DRS in that main straight. So he can hold it up. You know, it's also a very tight track, I must say. He parked the car. You park the car in the correct spots, you know, you can definitely hold somebody for an entire lap. But then it's in that main straight where you have to kind of just get it right and hope you can make as much of a gap as you can and have as much DRS and a better exit. And then into the pits from P2 here. Tebow is 7 seconds behind Sir Charles and gaining.
Camden Luca finally pits off the soft tire. Sir Charles inherits the lead for now. Net P1 is still Tebow. P2 would be Big Rye and Broomhandle. Lower in the pack, oh, that's just the position because he pitted. We have Big Rye and then Broomhandle, and a quietly nice race here in the Alpha T. I also want to point out, you see that Mercedes in 7th, he's got that hard tire on. I don't know if that was intentional, but that, to me, in my experience, is not a preferred tire. So that could be, that could have been a little strategy mishap on the Jeff sequence.
So Taz thinks that no chance Charles makes it to the end. If I'm honest with you, I kind of agree with him. So
yeah, no, he ain't going nowhere but the pit lane. He's going right in the pit lane. I think he's going to try to stick out. There's no reason for him to pit now, as we have Raph Hulk on Broomhandle in the inside. The Haas is coming on, and he gets a P4, which is net P3 if it were to stay green. Good move there from Raph Hulk. Yeah, if I'm Sir Charles, I'm staying out until Tebow passes me. Or my tires just go. I mean, you try to stay out as long as possible, and once you get a safety car, he's got six and a half roughly seconds to play with. So until Tebow makes a move, I think Sir Charles stays out. As we have a yellow flag, we have Ryan out. This could be it.
This is what Sir Charles is going to be hoping for. There it is. Wow.
Oh, he's right on the right side. Ryan, you can see he's got that right side of the wheel off of the car.
So Sir Charles into the pits here. Will he go into the mediums? I mean, the mediums are definitely... Actually, no, I think softs would be the better option. Where are we going? He is going onto the softs, yeah.
And crucially, Tebow follows him in. So there's a chance Tebow could have stayed out on those mediums. It would have still gotten him to the end of the race. What do the Ferraris put on?
Big Rye is staying out, so he's going to be in front of Sir Charles. Okay. Oh.
And Tebow pitted, I thought maybe for softs, but he did the mediums. So he only got 4 or 5 lap fresher tires, and now he's going to be back behind Camden, who just pitted. It actually worked out great for Camden. Remember, I picked him for the win. So he's my predictions are starting to come true a little bit. We got Camden, Rafa. I don't know who else I chose. Rafa, Camden, and I had one other. I don't know.
Yeah, Rafa Hulk.
No, I just said Rafa Hulk.
Oh.
I said Rafa Hulk and Camden. I don't know who else I picked.
I think might have been Boom.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I make my predictions, and I should write them down next time. We'll start to write them down, because knowing you might throw the score of our prediction battle. You might say, "Oh, I got them all right last week." No, Freeze, you didn't get nothing right.
Anyway, so Big Rye out on the mediums, 5 laps old medium tires. He is in front of Sir Charles. Sir Charles on the soft tires with fresh softs. Camden with 1 lap older tire in the mediums, and then Tebow on fresh mediums.
Yeah, this is going to get interesting. That's exactly what we needed in this race. The field was quite spread out, so it might take probably another 2 laps for them to get going again. But you see the split in strategy. Rafa, Broom, and Blinn also on the soft tires. Palmer and Monkey Mafia, they're also quick on the softs a little farther back, try to get themselves a little bit more track position. But that's exactly what Sir Charles needed. Big Rye also got what he needed. He needed track position, so it's going to be hard for him to hold off Sir Charles. But that puts him, in front of his teammate, also leading the race under control. If he gets a nice start, that's all you can hope for, and then you just kind of go from there.
Yeah. When you restart, look like we might be restarting on this lap or next lap, which will leave probably a guaranteed of 10 laps of racing. Which honestly, I think Camden and Tebow went onto the mediums tire, hoping for those soft tires to die out towards the end of the race. So we'll see if it works out for them. But with the longer the safety car stays out, the less advantage they get. And honestly, I think soft tires might have been the better option, considering how hard it is to pass at this track.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get around 12, maybe running laps a little less than that, and I think that's perfect for the soft tire. The mediums, I mean, every tire can get to the end here. It's just whether or not what's the quickest, and also for the entirety of the race from now forward, I think it is the soft tires. So I think that's a great option by those choosing that. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching the Silver Class with... Oh, we have one in the back. He's out. Oh, you interrupted my my thank you. We got Hot Boys out. Oh man. Oh, DeGabri's a lap down here. He's in the middle of things. Hot Boys out. I don't know where he was. He pulled George Russell. Oh wow, this is going to change things. Thank you everyone for watching. That's all I wanted to say. Back to the action. Big Rye gets himself...
And I must say... another
restart. He did the first one as well.
Like this, yeah, he did. So he knows what to do here. But quick little thing to keep in mind. If Sir Charles finishes P2 or even P3 and... No, if he finishes P2, he will be the championship leader.
Absolutely, he knows how to lead championships. He has a little bit of experience in that. Big Rye gets off decently, was able to hold off Sir Charles. And the pack follows, all single file all the way back for the... as far as the eye can see. We'll see once DRS gets enabled, that's when things are really going to start to play out. You want to save your battery now. You don't want to use it. Stick in line and follow. You don't want to use battery to make an overtake, at least right now. Just don't use really anything more than you need to. Just stick with the guy in front. And this way when the DRS comes, you have a nice full battery to play for in the remaining laps.
Big Right missed a big mistake out of the penultimate corner. This is going to allow Sir Charles. Ooh, and
a little
Sir
naughty
Charles.
there from Big Right. A little naughty. He should just get away with that, but that could have been really bad. No need to squeeze a driver like that, but thankfully they're both able to continue on.
That reminds me of Lewis Hamilton in 2018 on Vettel into turn 1. He was side by side and Vettel kind of squeezes Hamilton out until he had to back out.
And what track are we talking?
Russia.
Russia.
And later on, Lewis Hamilton came up and overtook him. So, Charles is probably going to be hoping for the same thing.
Yeah, if he can get ahead this lap, he's going to have a second on the guys behind. Camden's just within, maybe just around about a second. You want to clear them. Charles can definitely win this race. Tebow is back in the pack. P5, he lost the position to Rafa Hulk. Rafa on the soft tires. Charles gets a nice exit. He's going to use the battery now. I do suggest this here. In this situation, I think you try to maybe use it, but it looks like Big Rye's using as well. Rafa Hulk on Camden. That's for P3. Gets the position. The Haas is moving on well. And at the end of this lap, DRS will be in use. Purple first sector for Rafa Hulk. Don't count him out as well. And then now you missed your opportunity. Sir Charles, he had an opportunity to pass Big Rye and maybe pull out a gap, but now he's got Rafa Hulk right behind, and he's just as quick. He won 2 times last season. Charles, obviously their champion, but they've had some nice battles in the past. You could see how much quicker Rafa Hulk is through the chicane, but he gets a bad exit. But now all the way till 9th position, they're all going to have DRS. Maybe C-Raw can join the party as well.
Charles is going to make easy move here of Big Rye with the DRS and overtake. Now Rafa Hulk is going to try to make a move around the outside into turn 1. Ooh, and has to back out of that. Ooh.
Big Rye squeezed Rafa Hulk to the max and was able to hold on to the position. I mean, you know, fair play to him. He's got low battery. You see his light blinking. He's around that 10%. He's on older mediums. He's hoping for a podium. You know, he was battling hard, trying to get that win. He realized Sir Charles has that speed with the soft tires. We gotta.
That is Palmer.
Yeah. Spin.
Virtual safety car.
Ooh,
and this is going to allow Big Right to charge up his battery once again.
And now the only thing under this I want to mention is you don't want to speed here. Gotta watch your delta. If you gotta go 3/4 tenths under, it's better than a drive-through penalty or whatever garbage they give you. So you just want to stick under into that green, the green mark. Green is good. And we're back green. VSC is no longer. And no penalties by the looks of things. So good job by the drivers sticking under the deltas. Sir Charles leads this race after having to pit much early on. A safety car brought him back into this race, get himself some track position. He's on the soft tires and has the speed to do it. But Rafa Hulk is the next best thing. Rafa Hulk can get up there possibly still. He's got a lot of time left in this race.
At least I got that prediction right. Where I did say that Sir Charles is possibly in one of the best strategies. No matter what happens, he has options. Unlike Tabo and the other one, that's Rafa Hulk, is going to make a move into Rafa Hulk. Good job. Rafa Hulk making a move into big right into turn 1 here. So does make the move. So now it's Rafa Hulk and Sir Charles into the released into the wild.
And big right. I mean, he put some nice defense on Rafa Hulk. A little bit of contact, but you know, just very minor, but just on the limit of what you want. But that's just some nice nice race in there. Now these two up front. It'll be a cat and mouse game. See who will play their hand in the remaining stages. That doesn't look like any other soft tire drivers are coming up. Ooh, big mistake by Big Rye. He's got his teammate behind him. Big Rye's blinking on the battery. He lets him go. Tebow is released. And Tebow's still got a shot in this race with that move right there. He does need to get into the DRS. He's about a half a second off. The top two might be, I wouldn't say they're working together, but they kind of are with the battery and the DRS. Look at the gap they pulled, almost a half a second on the front straight alone, just with that assistance. A little wide from Sir Charles. Rafa's going to get a little bit of a run here through the chicane. It's all about that exit. And he's within the second.
You picked for Sir Charles to win the race.
I believe I had Camden somewhere. I think I had Camden for the win.
I'll look back.
I don't remember who I got anymore. Next week I'll write them down. But for right now, Rafa Hulk is going to take the lead from Sir Charles. Charles ain't going to fight it. He knows that. He was only 3/10 behind him. You weren't going to hold him back. But Charles can still win this. He just has to stick in with Rafa Hulk. Stick with that 1 second. You can see the light blinking, and that's a great sign if you're Charles. You want to see that. Another fastest lap from Palmer, setting some quick times in the Aston Martin. Unfortunately, he's outside the points, so he wouldn't get that extra point, but he is taking it away from someone. Seven-tenths the gap. You see with the DRS, look how much Charles is closing in, and that's just the DRS. So if he can do that a few more laps, that's going to be good for him later on. Only a few more laps to go. This is critical. It's very easy to lose focus, and a big mistake like that by Rafa Hulk is gonna give Charles a go around, maybe the outside into this hairpin. Yes, he does get it. So Charles back in the lead.
Back into the lead with better ERS too. So I look back at the stream. Are you ready? Ooh, so Charles gets a bit of a Cole Brown moment that's it out of there. Oh. He said Camden Luca for the win.
He let me down today.
Sir Charles P2.
All right. Well, now I'm now.
Rafa Hulk P3.
Oh, okay, so this could definitely be there, because look at Tebow now, half a second. Tebow's, I can predict it right now. Tebow's gonna come and he's gonna swipe them both. And Charles P2, Rafa Hulk P3. I get my points back. But let's see, I think Rafa Hulk, he's gonna go for the move.
Does make that move pretty easy there, but his light is blinking.
Yeah, they are so low on battery. Tebow and Rafa Hulk. Charles has something to play with, but he hasn't used it yet. He's not using it, which is still smart. If he feels confident being the attacker into the final laps, you know, you let him do that. And I think it's a good strategy.
So I must say, this little prediction battle. Tebow is the one who's basically going to decide whether who gets, if we go tied or not. I mean, right now, if it were to end like this, we would get 1 point. I would get 1 point. I'll still be leading by 1 point. If Tebow overtakes both, and it stays Sir Charles P3, Rafa Hulk P1, I mean P2, I would get 1 point, you get none. But if Sir Charles overtakes Rafa Hulk and Rafa Hulk gets P3, or Tebow wins, and we both get 2 points.
Right.
So, pretty spicy battle.
Charles
Another
back.
spicy thing is Sir Charles on Rafa Hulk.
Your calculations that you were just doing kind of seemed like we were doing strict corner cutting, and I got the track, the calculator, the pencil, and everything out. But Tebow looking down the inside, Rafa Hulk defends it.
Around the outside there. Ooh!
Oh, rally style. Good hold, good hold.
If that is a Cole Brown moment, I couldn't tell you what else it is. I think Tebow might have to check his pants after the race. Anyways, going back up to the front of the race here. Sir Charles is P1, Rafa Hulk P2. Sir Charles is about to make a pretty good comeback. Pretty sure he started P12. Both decisions.
I don't know. I think he was a little higher than that. It was his pit stop that put him back there. I do believe he was up front in the qualifying. But starting the last lap of the Grand Prix for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix for round number 2 of the silver class. Sir Charles is leading the way with DRS. Rafa Hulk is going to try it. He's all out of battery. Charles is blinking, but he saved his battery just a perfect amount. He played that perfectly. Now he just has to lead the final lap, which I know he can do. You just stick in there and get one more good lap in. He had a little bit of mistake,
and it touches the gravel. Now Rafa Hulk is going to try to go around the outside into turn 6. Doesn't get the exit that he wanted to, but he's right on the tail of Sir Charles. Sir Charles is feeling the pressure. Oh man, this is exciting way to end it.
Oh, we almost lost the back end. Charles is struggling. He's all under pressure. Rafa Hulk goes in there deep, but he gets a bad exit, and I think that might be it.
No, I mean we don't call it out yet here. Ooh, and that is Blinn who spins. Rafa Hulk has
he's using it. He's using it. Does Charles defend it, or does he go on the regular line? He goes on the regular line, he gets the final 2. Oh, where's Tebow? Came out of nowhere. And he just lost himself a podium with a half-ass move, which puts him back with Blinn Machine. Sir Charles wins the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix ahead of the pack. And where's Rafa Hulk?
Rafa Hulk drops down to P7. Did he have a penalty? Oh man.
Oh.
I don't think he did. Might be a glitch here.
Yeah, it could be a glitch. Yeah, you're right. It could be a glitch because
don't remember him having a penalty.
Yeah, check the race director. Check the race director.
He only had one warning the entire race.
Yeah, so he should inherit
P2.
P2, right? And then broom handle P3. Yeah. Man, what a race! What an ending!
Wow.
It really went down to the final stages there between all your contenders. Everyone you want to see. Charles with the strategy. Not really the strategy. I mean, he was up there. He had an incident on the first lap, which put him needing a safety car, and he got it. So he's very capable of winning that legit, which he definitely did. Rafa Hulk should have gotten that P2. We'll invite him to the party. I think that was a true glitch there. So we'll add Rafa Hulk.
Check the race director. He only had one warning.
And then P3 will be broom handle. Broom handle. We'll do broom handle. Nice. That'll be nice. Here. Yeah, broom handle had a solid, silent race. A really silent race. Very went unnoticed, but to get that podium is awesome. So a good
so
drive.
Sir
from
Charles
him.
is now leading the.
Oh man, we're getting started real good. Welcome. Well, there's your results. Yeah, the top three, a little bit of a glitch, but we're going to get that sorted out post-race. Those are the results here. What an ending to this final race. Look at all this. Top 5 in the American. That's pretty cool. But then you throw in Rafa Hulk, so yeah, it all is very nice there. So good race, and we're going to hear from the post-race interviews from the top 3. In just a moment, a few of them join. We're just going to get back into the theater mode. If anyone has any questions you would like me to ask, please leave them in the comments, and we will ask. Alright, and let's move on to the post-race interviews. Do we have broom handle yet?
I am here.
Oh, he's here. Oh, welcome. And we were in the Alpha Tauri today, weren't we?
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna assume you're P3 with Rafa Hulk's glitch putting him back in to the pack. So we're gonna assume the P3. Going into the final few corners, you were, I believe, P4, and a little mistake with Tebow put him with a spin, and ultimately you were able to grab the position. But I just want to say it was a very silent, quiet, nice race you put together. You were able to get that podium in the end. Talk us through that, and congratulations on the podium.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a great race, really was. I love this track so much, so I was so happy to see it on the calendar for season 13. Really was. And so coming into this race, I was a little nervous just because I haven't run this track in a while, and TCR's never run this track. But it turned out to be a great race. You know, I was really happy. I just felt like I had the pace in the car today. I really did. I just felt like I had the momentum to be able to push through each corner just full blast and be able to just challenge the other drivers. So a lot of confidence there, which was great. On those final few laps, I was pushing as hard as possible to try and catch after, I think it was the battle for the top 3. I was just kind of just pushing as hard as possible, maybe get within DRS, and I did get within DRS to the Ferrari, but wasn't able to get past because I had like no DRS and all that sort of thing. But then when I saw the incident on like the final corner at La Rascas, I was just like, oh, hooray, P3, there we go. So I'm just happy to score a podium, you know, here at Imola, which is one of my favorite tracks, and also in Real F1, it's AlphaTauri's home Grand Prix as well. So just really happy after today's race.
Awesome. Well, yeah, it was definitely well-deserved. Good racing out there as well. Some nice moves, and hopefully see you back up here next time. At next week we are at Great Britain for the Silverstone race. So that should be a lot of fun. It's a lot of people's favorites. But Captain, do you have any comments or questions for Broomhandle?
No, just amazing race. I kind of forgot where you qualified, but
I think I qualified 6th.
yeah. So sits into P3. I mean, 3 positions gained. I mean, that's obviously a positive, and you did win under the radar, I must admit. And you kind of just, I guess you stayed clean and out of trouble, and got you that podium. You were patient behind 3-way battle for P1, and at the end you were rewarded with a podium. So great job, and good luck for next round.
Thank you so much.
And now we move to P2 in this race, assuming it gets sorted out in post-race, which I'm sure it will. The Haas driver of Rafa Hulk, you're able to pit onto the softs in the last safety car and give Sir Charles a run for his money. That you did. You were battling, you got the lead, you lost it, you got it back, you lost it. You had a shot. Sir Charles was looking a little shaky in the last lap, you almost had it. And then Tebow was trying to overtake you. He hit the inside side pod of you, I do believe, and that's what lost him the podium, but you were still able to hold there for P2. Congratulations, and yeah, talk us through that little sequence there in the last few laps.
Hey guys, yeah, like I have no pain at nothing, and I just see my position drop. I say, oh my God, what's going on? And it was a good fight with Sir Charles. He, like you said, he passed me in like the last lap, I think, and I was trying to save my DRS, and I thought he didn't have as well, but he saved something. I couldn't pass him. Like, yeah, he almost lost control, but I couldn't pass him. And Thibaut, like, I think he lost the breaking point, and he hit my car in the last corner, something like that. He dove. I think he tried to dove something. I think he lost just the breaking point. But yeah, the safety car changed my race. I was in like 6th position. I was in the middle of the races over there, and that safety car changed. I was thinking to put another medium, and because it was 12 laps left. So, but I didn't have a good pace on the qualifying, but the race I found the pace on the race, and it was a nice race. And congratulations to Sir Charles. It was an awesome race and a nice battle.
And we also have a question from one of the YouTube comments of Tom. He says to ask Rafa Hulk how he got a fastest lap so late in the race. I don't know if you were actually qualified as the fastest lap with the point, but maybe you were able to get one. How were you able to keep up the speed so late in the race?
I hope I get the extra point. I think I get the first lap in the race because I used DRS, and I get DRS, and that helped me, that track. I was like three laps old my tire as well, so it wasn't that bad. 3 or 4. It was like right after the safety car.
Awesome. Well, there you have it. Well, congratulations for the podium. We'll see you here next week for Britain, and good luck in that and the remainder of the season.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Have a good night.
Alright, and we now move to the McLaren of your Season 12 Silver Class champion, Sir Charles. Welcome, welcome. Only took you 2 races, only really 1. You only missed 1 victory to get back in P1. The race was looking not good for a long time until that safety car came out and put you in prime position. Talk us through that, and congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, just kind of got oh man, that was intense. I should shout out to Rafa Hulk. That was a great battle. My tires were not good probably those last 4 laps or so. I was sliding over the place, and I tried my darndest to throw it away on the last lap, but yeah, I was just saving ERS pretty much the entire last 5 laps because I think Rafa got past me about 4 or 5 to go, and I saw his light was blinking, so I knew it was in pretty good shape. In that regard, I was kind of worried about old Tebow coming behind me, or D-Bolt, however you say his name. You know, but you know, fortunately we were able to keep him behind us, and yeah, that was yeah, kind of just got screwed over there at the start. Just kind of I don't want to say it's a Codemaster thing, because I'm not entirely sure what they're supposed to do, but I got a great start, great launch off the line. Probably could have got past all 3 of them if I hadn't, you know, if the track was wider. Of course it wasn't, but yeah, it's pretty much pushing old Tebow through the corner, and as I was doing that, the safety car came out, and when someone's 2 inches in front of you and the safety car comes out, you know, the slides to contacts will get you a 5-second penalty. So
okay.
That was certainly pissed because I mean I didn't feel like there was. I mean the same thing happened at Monza last week. I think I forget who it was last week, but a couple guys got 5-second time penalties in the first turn right when the safety car came out. I'm like, you know, there's nothing you can do in that situation. So, so yeah, I'm kind of. So yeah, put it on the mediums. I'm kind of disappointed. We didn't get to see if the mediums can make it 31 laps. I was feeling pretty confident. I think Tebow would have caught me and passed me, but I think I could have held on for P2. Of course, like I said, as dicey as the softs were at the end, I'm not sure how the mediums would have been, but yeah, the safety car. Once the safety car came out, I knew I was in good shape, and I don't know. Managed to survive some team tactics from Ferrari and get in front, and then it was just, you know, a battle from there. I knew I had my hands full because I knew Rafa was fast because of, you know, when he was past me, he was around me in the beginning of that stint on the mediums in the beginning of the race. So I knew it was going to be a battle, and it was. And yeah, those races drain you. I'm a bit tired right now.
Well, maybe go drink some water or something. That'll usually do the job. Or it's not too late. You can start drinking.
Probably not the best idea, but anyway.
Yeah, it's always good after a win, usually.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll kind of do it. A great second round to the championship. Great one last week. Tebow was able to get it this round. It was Sir Charles. I do believe it's going to be a battle between them two, and we'll see who else comes towards the front. I think there's some drivers just needing a few races to get used to some things here in Season 13, but it is going to be a battle all the way through. It was good to see the Ferraris up there earlier on, and Charles and McLaren came back at the end of it, but it could be cool for both the drivers and constructors, so there's still a lot of things to look forward to. Thank you all for watching today's race. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button before you tune out if you did enjoy things, and if you're not subscribed already, hopefully you can consider subscribing. Tomorrow is the Golden Class for their Emilia race, and Platinum Class on Thursday, same time, same place. Dreamy said maybe get comms from all three about the next track. I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, that's going to do it. Check out down below. There's still some open seats in Golden and Platinum. No, I think Platinum, I think there's might be one few in Golden. You could go to the website, find some more information out. We also have the Fanatec affiliation link. Also Drink Alchemy, save 10% using code TCR. It's also in the comments below. But that's going to do it from this race. Thank you to my co-captain, Captain Blade.
Yeah, it was fun. was fun commentating in this exciting race. These drivers definitely came in and delivered. Sadly, none of us got any points for a little side commentating rivalry, but on to the next round. But
Yep.
we'll see you guys tomorrow and on Thursday. Steve Freeze and I will be racing in Platinum, so same time, same place. But yeah.
Awesome. Well, that'll do it. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow and Thursday. Until then, have a good night, everybody.